Good morning, Point Fivers. Welcome to day 5. Today is a very exciting day. We are visiting one of the places that I'm most excited for on this trip. We're also going to be meeting up with some friends later on, which is very exciting. Can't wait to see them. And it's World Cup semi-final day. It's going to be an amazing day, hopefully, fingers crossed, with a fantastic end. Still in Berwick-upon-Tweed to start the day. We are at the Rob Roy bed and breakfast. Lovely little bed and breakfast. The couple that run it are so friendly. We've been so welcomed here. The food this morning for breakfast was beautiful. Piping hot cooked breakfast, cereals, fruit, yogurt, coffee, tea, juices, you name it, it was down there. I'll give you a quick tour of the room. Very cosy, very comfortable rooms. It's like being welcomed into somebody's home, so very different to the places we've stayed so far on this trip. A very homely feel. So yeah, let's show you the room. So I'm in room 2. There's this hanging space just behind the door. And then what you don't get in some of the hotels that you do get in these bed and breakfasts is these little homely touches, the rugs, the blanket fleecy throws on the bed, the cushions. Look at these pictures on the walls. Just really homely feel. So a couple of chairs for you to sit on, a desk over there, there's tea, coffee, all sorts of different teas. We've got mint fusion tea, we've got green tea with mango. And then, just look, this is the thing about the little touches. Look at these little lamps and these little tissue boxes. There's one beside each bed, as you can see there. I love these pictures on the wall. Bed was super comfortable, little cushions and pillows, proper little quilt, look, and this is just so soft. So yeah, lovely little touches in this room. There's a massive unit here if you're staying a little while and you want to put some stuff away. TV up there, which we watched the other World Cup semi-final on last night. Then if I show you out the window, there's this little terrace area that you can go out and use. There's also a garden down the steps which you can go and sit in if the weather's nice and you choose to do that. It's a very traditional feeling bed and breakfast, but it has kept up with the times. There's free Wi-Fi here. The Wi-Fi is great. I used it to do my studying last night. And look at this information pack that they leave in the room for you. This is just incredible how much information they leave for you if you're staying in the area. Just check this out. Look, all these different leaflets. Visit Berwick, tasty trails, days out, Edinburgh bus tours, Alnwick Gardens. We've got Berwick-upon-Tweed mini map here that you can take away, and then this massive book with all different stuff in it that you can while away your evening sitting and reading. Take it out on the terrace with you if you like. It's just National Rail, there's Berwick boat trips, there's all sorts of information in here. What more could you need? All in this massive guest information book. Right, one last thing to show you, the bathroom. Quite a small bathroom, but plenty of towels, toilet, and look at these, everyone loves freebies. And then sink there, shower, which was very warm indeed. And check this mirror out. Are you ready for this? Oh. It was brighter than that. I think the bulbs are going. Will it, won't it, will it, won't it? So that's our stay at the Rob Roy, which is behind me. It's right on Dock Road, so it's right on the river that I was showing you last night. Absolutely loved the stay here, very comfortable. We've just thanked the owners. Brilliant couple. So if you're looking for somewhere this way, definitely stay here. We are now getting back in the car, which still has no name, and we are heading off somewhere quite special. as you would have just seen, we have crossed the sea via the road, which is on the seabed, that you can only cross at certain times. Welcome to the Holy Island of Lindisfarne. That behind me is Lindisfarne Priory, which is an English heritage property, so the membership is coming in handy. So let's go and have a look round and I'll tell you a little bit more about it. So this priory was built nearly 1400 years ago. It was home to the cult of St Cuthbert. It's been a place of pilgrimage for 1300 years. Before, it was raided by the Vikings, of course, which is why today we are only left with these monastery ruins. So this room we're standing in now would have been the warming house, built in the 13th century, and this over here is where the monks would have lit their fire to keep warm. And then this room over the back, which would have been divided by this wall here, this was the infirmary. So whether they were pilgrims, whether they were the monks, this is where they would have come to be cared for when they were poorly sick. From the back of the infirmary you can just look out, that's the ocean, the North Sea, and that structure on the hill is Lindisfarne Castle. So on the side of the warming house is what is left of the old staircase that would have made it up to the rooms above. So this was the service wing. This here would have been the larder, which dates from around 1200. This over here was the kitchen, which is 13th century, the same as the warming house. And then if we walk down this middle passage, we have over here would have been the bakehouse with the ovens up the back, and then this bit would have been the brew house where the monks got tipsy. And both the bakehouse and the brew house date from the 14th century. So I'm stood in the middle of what was the pantry and the cellar, which date from 1190, 1200. But if we walk back out here, there's this gully, and I shall leave it to your imagination as to what would have run down that gully. So this is part of the church, the worship area. This, up to this round semicircle wall here, would have been 1090 to 1140. So all of it that way would have been built in that era. The back section beyond this was added on later in the 12th century. So I am currently stood in what would have been the chancel. So this is the stone base of an Anglo-Saxon cross dating from the 8th or 9th century, and it would have had a tall shaft slotted in the socket. And this over here is a monk's passage. I am now in a monk's passage. Ooh, we found some steps that we can actually go up. Oh, we can go up a little way anyway. And then this is back over to the churchyard. We're going to have a walk around the church in a minute. There's this statue looking towards the priory. Just pan round, you can see the graveyard, and then the church of Mary the Virgin. So if you go around the back of the church, which I just panned around and showed you, there is a footpath which leads you down towards the sea. So we're now going to go and check it out. And look at these little fellas. So at the bottom of the path is this little beach. You can see back across to the mainland. There's this other little island here which is actually currently cut off by water. So unless you're going to get your feet wet, which I wouldn't recommend because that water is freezing, you ain't going up there. I don't know if you can see. If I just zoom in a little bit, there is a cross on that island. I don't know if somebody's buried there or whether it's just to signify that you are approaching Holy Island. One thing you do need to be very aware of if you're coming to Holy Island is the times that you can cross the road. So if you go on the website, it will have the tide times on there. It will tell you, it makes it very clear when it is safe to cross and when it is not safe to cross. There are 2 safe crossing points every single day. I don't know, but I would imagine the safe crossing times are shorter in the winter. So if you come in the summer, you get more time here. So I think it's from about 10 AM to about 4 PM today. And then you can't get back on here until 11 o'clock tonight. So do check your safe crossing times. You do not want to get stuck on this island. And you do definitely not want to get stuck on that road as the tide's coming in, because it comes in super fast. A little bit more information for you. There is approximately 180 to 200 people living on this island. So could you imagine living on an island where you can only get off at certain times? I'm assuming unless you own a boat. So yeah, there are people living on the island. They haven't got much here, although we have seen a Tesco delivery van. So something quite magical about the fact this island gets cut off twice a day. To the left of the island is this walkway up to a higher point, which looks very uneven and very rocky. So of course we're going up there. This is all about the adventure, right? So I can't say no to climbing a rocky face, can I? I mean, I'm wearing plimsoll shoes, the most suitable footwear in the world for scaling rocky places. If you're wondering how rocky it is, that is how rocky it is. Wish me luck. And I'm actually glad it's not hot, because this would be hard work. Oh dear. Not as bad as it looks. And when you get to the top, one, there's a nice breeze, and 2, there's a great view across the priory that we were just walking around, with the church next to it. So there is something in the water down there. Just trying to wait and see if it surfaces again. Couldn't quite catch a glimpse of it to see what it was. Over there, can you see? Seals. Did you see their head bobbing up? There he is. So if you're coming to Lindisfarne and you want to go to the priory and you're not an English Heritage member, it's £6.80 for an adult, £7.50 if you gift aid. If you're coming from overseas to the UK and you want to visit some English Heritage sites, do go on their website and have a look, because they do an overseas visitors pass. I think there's 9 and 12 days, which is going to work out a lot cheaper than paying at every site for you.
Holy Island of Lindisfarne, the Vikings are coming for you again. Lock up your daughters!
So we are off the Holy Island of Lindisfarne. We've driven about half an hour down the road to Alnwick Castle and Gardens. Very famous location, which you'll find out shortly. But it's very busy around here today. We've parked in the garden car park, which is £3 all day, which is a bargain, because there's concerts on here tonight. It is Nile Rodgers. I say freak. I freak out. So we're meeting some friends here who should be coming around one of these corners. He says, any moment. Push! It's like the old wooden roller coasters that they used to call the bone shakers.
Hello, by the way. Just shenanigans, you know.
Oh, poor Caroline. I'll sit on it once. Yes, my king.
At all, for the photograph. That doesn't look right. It's like pancake. From the look.
Anyway, Queen, get on your knees.
Dopey, sneezy, sleepy, happy, Doc, and Shaun. You're the 7th dwarf now.
Oh, right, I'm Dopey.
Oh, Dopey was back up there. We need to change his name. Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute.
Who's the 7th dwarf?
Hang on a minute.
There's also only 5.
There is also only 5. And there's also some very shiny helmets. Oh, more shiny helmets. Oh, he's taken one in the eye.
Like so. And number 2, 1, even, number 1. Number 1. You will not jump your
Should have said no way in.
No way in.
I was just telling them
And
to
then do number ones. Yeah. It's no wonder people get confused.
Number 1, skip ready to mount your group 6 after 3.
Oh, bit of mountain.
I think that little boy didn't get the message.
Yet another castle that knew we were coming. They've rolled out the big guns as well. He don't look well in the corner though, does he?
Now you got attacked by your missiles.
Whatever happened has cost him an arm. Not a leg. Oh, and a leg. Arm and a leg. No?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So we're leaving Caroline in the cinema. That dog's well and truly stuffed.
Someone's coming.
Is it you?
No.
Yet more spiral stairs. This is definitely a theme of this road trip. And that is a shot that anyone would pay good money for.
They definitely would, Jason, but you're driving me round the bend.
Yeah, it's always bad news when me and Shaun get together because our sense of humour's match and we just bounce off each other.
So do our t-shirts.
So do our t-shirts. Rocking the fashion.
Yeah. You want someone going me on?
Speaking of fashion. Ooh.
Staring at you.
I know, it's giving me the creeps a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not even moving.
It's a bit stiff.
Apparently this dog belonged to Prince.
I thought he was literally going to try to take it.
That's what I thought, that's why I started recording.
There's a queen on site.
Hi. Shaun's taken over the camera.
Yeah. Why is that, Caroline?
Why is there a queen on site? Because the flag's in? The pole's up?
I'm here.
It's the flag's
The Queen's riding the pole.
No, the flag's up and it's standing to attention.
Come on, make a spectacle of yourself. Stolen your joke, Caroline.
Yeah, you have stolen my
I
joke.
can't see you actually. I do.
Shut it.
You framed.
Expelliarmus.
You just need Laura around to put a scar on your face.
Yes. Yeah, anyone got a flotsam and jetsam?
Yeah. Jason's going over there to play with his wand, isn't he? And also his stick.
Yes, where are you?
Have you lost the
Where am
plot?
I? Right, okay. Yes, I've lost the plot. Right. We are at Alnwick Castle, which some of you may recognise. This is...
That has to stay. Yeah, I'm crying.
It's fine, right.
Yeah, a little bit back. Shaun, now get in. Yeah, you look bigger. Just
Yeah.
like,
Thanks.
right, go on then, Jace, get started.
So, point fivers, we are at Alnwick Castle, filming location for some of the Harry Potter movies. Isn't that right, Hagrid? Obvious.
Was that
I
one
think
of
you
you?
need to go to Dumbledore's office.
I should have been recording behind the scenes.
After I went out searching for these props.
Behind the scenes at 86.5.
This is how you make a vlog.
Shaking the back.
No, they've imprisoned a bottle of Coke. So just been in the staterooms, not allowed to vlog or take photos in there because it is actually still a residence. So the Duke and Duchess of Northumberland live here during the winter. So the castle is actually shut during the winter, but they move up to the Scottish borders to a holiday home for the summer to allow us to come and visit. I have no idea what Shaun's doing, he's skipping around. Having a good time?
Oh, missed you, Jason. You got something in your mouth, Jason?
Yeah, loads of flying things.
Yeah. This is the second time this trip you've seen the Beatles.
Simply because basically the more you do it, your arm gets stronger anyway.
Yeah.
And you get used to doing it. Two fingers, just there. Take away your thumb and your little finger. Arm out completely straight. Okay. Close your left eye. And you're pulling back to the right side of your nose to the bridge of your nose. And let go on when you're ready. Oh, nice. Good one.
This way to go in.
7 points.
Match a fraction.
Fingers underneath the arrow.
Nice one. Good board. Well done.
Draw
Good
the
job.
arrow back.
Oh yeah.
Keep going. Okay. Look down the
Could you
arrow.
take a picture for me, honey?
Yes, darling.
Your arrow is your aim.
You can tell the progression.
Once you've aimed,
Well done.
fire.
Moment of truth. So, 5, 10, 17, 8, 25, 34, 43, 53, 62.
62. Thrashed. So now that I've beaten him at archery, Shaun has decided to take me up the ramparts. And there's yet more steps. Give us a wave, Caroline.
I feel a step stroke coming on and I think I'm wheeling back.
Oh my god. Do you want me to come put the brakes on?
Alright.
You sure? Where there's a wheel, there's a way. Just hope it's not backwards.
Exactly.
I'm in chains. I'm in chains.
Jason's just singing Unchained Melody over there.
Wrong song, but I was definitely singing.
Yeah.
I'm toppled over.
I think Caroline's having the ride of her life. So we've left Alnwick. We're now on the way to Newcastle. We're meant to be following Shaun and Caroline. However, I drove past them. So I've now pulled over on the A1 in a safe parking place. And we are awaiting their arrival. That's not them. So hopefully they should be here soon so that we can follow them into Newcastle. So I feel quite privileged. We're getting a you can carry on talking, don't mind me.
I was just going to say, as soon as I turned the camera on, stop dancing.
Yeah, we've been having a boogie on the way here, but I feel quite privileged because I'm getting a tour of Newcastle, chauffeur driven by Shaun.
A very quick one. Very quick one.
A very quick one. We like a quick one.
And then we'll do another one tomorrow.
Yeah, and then we're getting another one in the morning. I'm being chauffeur driven. Don't get this treatment in London, you just get run over instead. Just ordered some food from Fat Hippo on Shaun and Caroline's recommendation.
I'm not a fat hippo.
He's not a fat hippo. We're getting it to take away because we're going to take it back and watch the football with it. But Shaun has kindly pointed out that they have decorated, what is it?
Gray's Monument.
Gray's Monument.
They've decorated Gray's Monument just for my arrival.
You know Earl Grey tea?
Yeah.
That's Lord Earl Grey.
Is that Lord Earl up there? There we go. I want to be in a vlog.
Ollie, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? He's like, oh, what's it? He's got what? Where am I going?
Yeah, he's like, I don't know what to do. Okay, so I'm vlogging before gobbing. Vlogging before gobbing. That sounds wrong, doesn't it? Sounds like I'm going to spit everywhere. Vlog before gob. So we've been to Fat Hippo. I've got the PB and Double J burger with dirty fries. Dirty. They are not wings, they are deep fried curds.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to get it wrong, in buffalo sauce.
Shaun's got the same.
Because me and Shaun know where it's at.
And the other one.
Caroline's got some fries.
Because I'm excited.
They're not just fries, they're ziggies.
Ziggies, okay.
Ziggies.
They're very
Yeah.
crispy.
Crispy ziggies.
Who is it? Who is it? Oh, he's got a snack. And evil eyes. Who could it be? Oh, he's got a gob on him. What has Gareth been doing?
He's been farting
And why?
because he's Wales' answer to Trump.
Gareth. What?
So that's the end of day 5. Great day at Lindisfarne, Alnwick Castle, and of course meeting up with Shaun and Caroline and King Dave. I've got a lot of editing to do. They got let loose with a camera, but they hosted us for the football. They were great hosts. The result wasn't so great, but you know, it's the first time I've ever seen England in a semi-final of a World Cup, so it's one I'll remember for a little while. In our hotel overnight in Newcastle now. I will get told off by Shaun and Caroline if I don't review the burger from Fat Hippo, and all I can say is it was simply amazing. Peanut butter, bacon jam, just gorgeous. The dirty fries were nice as well, and the deep fried battered cheese curd things, a bit strange but good, so yeah, food was really nice. Had a couple of beers, so the car is at Shaun and Caroline's tonight. We've got Uber to our hotel. Other taxi services are available for your use. I've got another beer to drink. I've got another 2 beers to drink as I'm not driving tonight, so I can treat myself. And one of them is a local lager, which Shaun and Caroline forced me to purchase, which is from the Hadrian Border Brewery, and it is the Tyneside Blonde. So I shall be trying that in a little while. So cheers everyone, but I shall see you next week when you will get day 6. We will be seeing more of Shaun and Caroline in day 6 before heading a little bit further south. So until next time, remember, life's not about where you're going, it's about how you get there. See ya.
Recording yet? What's wrong with you? Now the music stopped. So you missed that whole thing?
No, I was recording when you were bending down in the other little bit.
Oh, you got me bending over. Alright. We'll work it out. It'll be fine.
Well, I found my balls.
Isn't that right, Hagrid?